Hey guys, it's Myst. Surprise. I've been talking about so many games that I want to play lately, and this is not one of them. This never came up. Um, I've actually been trying to record this for a long time now. Um, actually, as far back as like some of my earliest episodes of Nightmare Realm, I did some recordings of this game and its remake, Real Myst. And each time I finished the first episode, I looked back at it and I was like, this is fucking horrible. So I gave up for a while. And then today alone, I've tried to record this fucking game like 4 times. Each time getting a little farther than the last, but it's been rough out here. So today we're just gonna go with it, and what happens happens. And I hope you enjoy this game as much as I do. This is a very important game to me. One of my first games ever was the sequel to this, Riven, actually. I used to play that with my sister when we were kids. And so, yeah, this series basically defined the point and click first person atmospheric exploration puzzle game. Like, truly, it was like a genre defining like revolution. And yeah. So, real quick before we start, I am playing Myst Masterpiece Edition and not Real Myst because I just think that this is a better foundational starting point. That way it's not so jarring when we jump back in time to Riven, you know, because Riven is a game that I really want to do on this channel. Riven's my favorite one out of all of them. So yeah, but I do love me some Myst. So we're going to be playing the older version, and it's not quite as pretty, but the mood is impeccable, and I think you guys will be really impressed. So without further ado, take like 7, action, let's dive in.
The moment I fell into the fissure that the book would not be destroyed as I had planned. It continued falling into that starry expanse of which I had only a fleeting glimpse. I've tried to speculate where it might have landed. I must admit, however, such conjecture is futile. Still, questions about whose hands might one day hold my Myst book are unsettling to me. I know my apprehensions might never be allayed, and so I close, realizing that perhaps the ending has not yet been written.
So hopefully you guys understood what he was saying. There are no subtitles in this game. My deepest apologies. If you guys want, I can recap things that characters say after they say them. Just let me know, and I'd be happy to do that. For now, what should I do for this episode? Shit. For now, I suppose I'll do it anyway. So, that guy dropped a book into this starry expanse called a fissure that he expected to destroy the book, but soon realized that it wouldn't, and that it was merely transporting it somewhere else. And so that little excerpt was just him worrying about whose hands the book might fall into. And as it turns out, fell into ours. So let's check out this book. So yeah, there's always a bit of a hang up at the beginning of that animation. I don't know what that is, but yeah, this book has a little Teletubby screen on it. Uh, let's put our hand on it. Fuck it, you know. Let's be adventurous. And once again, the little animation is playing. So, judging by the title of that book, the island we're on now is named Myst. And touching that book has teleported us there. So, one of the things about this game, it's very old, as you can probably see by the graphical style. It's also a bit of a slideshow point and click, with a couple of animated treats in the background. And Real Myst is like a genuine like 3D game, but honestly the movement in that game is kind of sickening. So I don't think we're going to do a let's play of that on this channel. Maybe as like a little bonus content or something. Like if I feel like playing Myst again in a couple of years, then we'll play that game or something. But for now, I think it's time to look around. So we've got this door over here. We've got some gears. We've got like a little dome house. We've got this like square guy. And we got trees, we got bricks, we got a sunken ship. So first of all, I think we're going to check out this room. This is one of the things I truly love about this game. The gaudy interior design is outrageous. It's the most opulent, like, just horrible in like taste I've ever seen. I love it to death. I wish my house was like that. Did the music get louder when we went down the stairs? So here we've got this like pool of water. And of course, I'm like, not to brag, I'm like an expert in this game. So this is not at all first impressions. Like it's like I don't even forget things about this game. Like I know this fucking game like the back of my hand. This is just because I really like this game. I kind of wanted to play it again, and I wanted to share it with you guys. So yeah, I guess this is sort of a walkthrough, but like an informal one. I'm not going to label it that way. It's just going to be us hanging out and me doing puzzles flawlessly. I will try to progress through the game, however, in a way that allows you guys to pause the video and figure it out yourselves. Like, I'm going to gather all the info first, even if it's inconvenient, and then I'm going to solve the puzzle. I don't think it's very satisfying to watch somebody like go to point A to point B and then point B is like blocked off, so they go to point C and D even though you didn't even know C and D were there, and then they go back to B and solve the puzzle instantly. It's just not very satisfying to watch or play along with. nor is it satisfying for somebody to sit there completely stumped on video for hours without any progress. So I'm hoping that we can strike somewhere in the middle, even if it leans a little bit towards knows too much territory. That said, let's push this button. Alright, so that really wasn't water. That was just a hologram. Let's bring the water back. We love it. Over here, we have some settings for the dimensional imager, as I guess that device is called. I'm not going to be too coy about things I know and don't know. I'm not going to roleplay my first time experience, but I am going to be a little coy. So, it has a couple of settings. Topographical extrusion test. Very difficult to say. Oh my god. The fuck was that? Okay, sorry. My fucking computer just tabbed out for no reason and then, like, didn't say anything. Like, there was just no reason. No update, no anything. So, we've got the topographical extrusion test. Which, every time I record this video, I fail at saying, and I say extrusion chest. Water turbulent pool, and a marker switch diagram. So those are 40, 67, and 47. Right now, the imaging device is set to the pool of water. So let's check this out. Joke's on you, I set off a bomb. No. It's always pretty jarring to hear that, like, beeping. It literally sounds like it's about to explode. So what you are seeing is the revolutionary 3D graphics of the future. And these little chodes are the marker switches. That's pretty much all that tells us. Now, let's check out that topographical extrusion. Looking good, looking good. So these are some mountains. Not really relevant to us, just nice. I suppose the people who live here just sort of, they're like studying landforms and shit. They've got water, they've got mountains. Those are the only two landforms. So that's really all we could do here. So we're gonna leave. And hey, a marker switch. I don't really know what these do yet. I'm not personally in the habit of clicking buttons that I don't know what they do. Which maybe is a lie. But here's some gears. Some ominous gears. Here's the side of a mountain. And a wall. God fucking damn it. My cats are up to some mischief. Hold on. Jeez. You know what those little terrorists were doing? They had knocked their treat bowl, not bowl, but like their like jar of treats down the stairs. They were trying to like break into it. So I locked that away. That can't be left out in the open anymore, I guess. So back to the game. Nothing really here at the ominous gear, except for the marker switch, which, out of ignorance, we fear. And there's a piece of paper on the ground.
Catherine, I've left for you a message of utmost importance in our forechamber beside the dock. Enter the number of marker switches on the island into the imager to retrieve the message. Yours, Atrus.
You know, Atrus, you don't need that apostrophe there. Nor do you really need this hyphen between fort and chamber. Anyway, as you can tell by my shoddy impression, Atrus is the name of the guy who was talking in the intro. So, yeah. He's left a message for a woman named Catherine in the imager room that we were just in. But we need to find all of the marker switches first. And you know what? Now that I think about it, let's switch them on. You know? Fuck it, right? So that's 3. Here you have like a Roman like relief. It's like someone with a staff and someone kind of looks like they got like a slug tail. That might be a dress. Might be a toga. And inside we have a dentist's office. Surprise. But no, actually. We've got this, which appears to let us change the date as a long range of years. And we also have this button here, which turns off the lights and reveals that the ceiling is full of constellations. Constellations that we can look for using dates. For instance, this constellation is a penis. So that's fun. Over here, we've got a library, which we'll explore it after we find all the marker switches. How about that? What's down here? We've got a power switch. Some very strong wind. And over here we have a fucking spaceship. Or at least a rocket, some sort of missile. That we cannot get into. But we can flip the marker switch, so we should do that. In the middle here, we've got a sunken ship, much like the one that we teleported in next to. And we've got these buttons. And each button has a different symbol on it. Come on now. Got the cross, swan, eye, snake, marker switch, leaf, arrow, bug. Like, looks like a spider, but it's definitely an insect. And anchor. So, yeah. So, our next marker switch, we are up to 5 now. Our next one, oh, butterflies. Hello. Hi. They're gone. Goodbye, butterflies. Got this brick shack. Similar to the spaceship, we've got a power switch that we can go up to if we want. Down here, we've got some like weird percussion and a vast ominous room. This room's full of generators. And it looks like it powers the spaceship. So that's a puzzle that we don't have enough information yet, because we don't really know what we should be putting the switches to and such. I will say, I do love this like weird kind of like, I don't even know what this is, like layered looking rock texture design. I don't know, I really like it. Kind of looks like someone like made this out of like clay. Which I guess clay is just a soft stone. The cats are like really being horrific today. They're like swiping under my door. So we've got this clock tower on a gear island out here. We have our 6th, wrong. We have our 7th marker switch over there, but we can't really get to it. We have some things that change the time on the clock. Let's switch it back to default. There we go. It says Myst on the clock. Cute. So, yeah. We don't know what time to set that to yet. And then over here, in the forest, we've got a little log cabin. And our final marker switch. That makes 8. So in here, we've got a diagram of a tree. Got a boiler. We've got a thingy. Valve, that's what they're called. And we've got a safe. And nothing else. And then one last place for us to explore. If I'm not thwarted, yeah, the tree itself is a big tall one. Yeah. So here we go. Let's go back to the imaging room, the 4-chamber, and put in all the marker switches that we've found. And let's see what the message is.
Catherine, my love, I have to leave quickly. Something terrible has happened. It's hard for me to believe. Most of my books have been destroyed. Catherine, it's one of our sons. I suspect Achenar, but I shouldn't leap to conclusions. I'll find him and Cirrus as well. Oh, I should have known better than to have left my library unchecked for so long. Well, I've removed the remaining undamaged books from the library and placed them in their places of protection. You shouldn't have to use the books until I return. But if you've forgotten the access keys, remember the tower rotation. Oh, and don't worry, Catherine. Everything will be fine. I'll see you shortly. Oh, and erase this message after you've viewed it, just to be safe.
So clearly, Catherine either never received this message or she forgot to delete it. So, so again, just in case you couldn't understand him, because I know the voices in this game are pretty bit crushed, Mr. Electricidad was saying that his library, all of the books were burned, except for a few, and he suspects one of his sons, whose names are Cirrus and Achenar. He's a little more suspicious of Achenar, but he doesn't want to jump to conclusions. So that is the secret message. And that points us directly to the library. So, first thing, check out this dope ceiling, right? Like, awesome. We've got two paintings. One of some sort of hallway, and one of the door directly behind us. We've got a fireplace and a map of the island. And then we've got two books, red and blue. So we are going to check these out. Let's do red first. So, flashing lights warning. I don't know if a staticky effect on like this big of a square would actually harm anybody, but just to be safe, I'll give a little warning beforehand. And yeah, let's see what this book has in it. Just static. There's a missing page over here, so let's add that back in and see what that does for us.
Why? Bring me a red. I can't see. You don't let me into us. They can bring me. I am serious. Even up. There's one thing I know.
So that is one of Atrus's sons, Cirrus, and he wants us to bring him red pages. I, for one, think that anybody who looks like they're about to tie a maiden to a train track is somebody that I want to help. Now let's see the blue book. Again, full of static. So let's add this page and check out what's in store for us in this one.
Monsieur? Who are you?
In Bradzone.
See you. Cannot help me. Bring me blue pages. Never. Just I must have the blue page. Bring them to me.
So that was Akanar. He seems very well adjusted and put together. He wants us to bring him blue pages. I think these are two trustworthy men, so we should do that for them. And over here, we've got a couple of books. Most of them are burnt. George O'Keeffe would have a field day with this. Yeah. The only ones that aren't burnt are these four over here. And they correlate to the different places that we're going to go in this game. So I'm going to back off a little bit, and I think I'm going to call it here today. Let's save our game together. And next time we are going to read one of these journals and go to a new place. So I hope you enjoyed this first episode. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.